coming to you live from the largest British prison in the known universe. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
To the 152nd episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. I'm Log Power Slave, and as always, I'm joined by Mylan, is hungover as well as me, Games, and Sloth, who wants to put a tense machine on his balls. So it's just business as usual. Yep.
We can tell that you're a little bit under the weather because you don't have that.
I'm off the boil.
Don't have that.
It's just like I'm down 10%. I'm down 10%.
That pizzazz.
Yeah, that little.
The show business is just not there at the moment. I mean, that comes with the turf when you've been lying on the lounge all day, just getting bashed by 2-year-olds and whatever. Anyway, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, I mean, I was down in the south of lovely Western Australia at a wedding this morning. Oh, it was last night. Went down Friday. Wedding was Saturday, drove back, this morning or whatever it was. It was about 3.5 hour drive. So however you feel after being hungover and then driving, 3.5 hours home and then
it's pretty
quickly
crap.
doing the grocery shop and giving us a bit of a clean and fucking picking the dog up from friends who are looking after it and then, putting the washing on for tomorrow and then jumping into a podcast. So yeah, we'll see how we go. And, I had a video I had to get out Saturday because it had a sponsor in it and it needed to be done before the end of November.
Was it NordVPN?
No, but we're looking into NordVPN actually.
Of course, you've hit 100,000 subscribers. Of course, they're fucking hitting you up.
Well, that's it. I've been really looking into making sure I'm locked down my stuff with VPNs and stuff now. Just after seeing what was his face that had his
Marco Styles.
Marco that had his, and that was literally just a link. Hey, I want to do this product. Have a look at this product. Fake website. Boom.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
I mean, this podcast is not in any shape, way, or form supported by NordVPN, but we all have it. We all bought it at the same time.
Have you seen the YouTube fucking bot thing at the moment?
Oh yeah, where if you put paid or premium in
or premium, and then that's so fucking funny. That's so funny.
So if you don't know, I know we're off track already, but whatever. So
there's
you don't
not
know,
that much going on.
People, let's say I lost my channel for whatever reason tomorrow, and I'm trying to get a hold of YouTube because that's usually the first step is to actually get a hold of a human being to resolve it. And this shit has just happened left, right, and center recently because M-Tash got absolutely smashed because he had CBD oil in one of his promotions and he got done for harmful content and a 7-day ban. Yeah. Marco lost his, basically had his.
That was about.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. And he forgot to change his description and it fucking absolutely smashed him. Even though it's legal where he is, because it's illegal in some states because it's not legalized. Anyway, fuck, where was I going to say? Oh yeah, that's right. So there's these viral tweets like, "Hey YouTube, my channel is gone. My channel is whatever." No response, and then someone will reply underneath, "Hey YouTube, I'm having an issue with paying my premium ship," and Team YouTube obviously
Instantly
an automatic response now. We go, "Oh, thanks for letting us. We are onto it." And then it just started this fucking meme of everyone just spamming like, I'll be like, "Oh, I'm going really well." And then premium pay, and then getting the YouTube fucking support account
YouTube Red
to respond.
Oh my god,
what a mess!
It's really mess. It just goes to show. I'm actually quite convinced. I'm convinced that Susan Wozniacki or whatever her name is a robot like Zuckerbot, and no one actually works at Google.
She just did a tweet like a little while ago and just got you can tell it's gone bad. It's like it's when there's more comments and there's likes, you know that it's not fucking going well.
Oh, that's
So
anything
it's
that
like
Gladys
that.
Berejiklian's tweeted in the last fucking 3 weeks.
Good old koala killer. Let's leave her alone.
Hashtag koala killer. Anyway,
Anyway,
you go.
Slothy, how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been all right,
Good.
I had a little bit of a nostalgia trip the last time I streamed because I ended up streaming Red Alert 3. The old
Alert
RTS. Yeah,
Really?
legit.
as in, is that Command and Conquer or is Red Alert?
Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
Command and Conquer Red Alert 3. So
Right.
I started off playing Siege, and like I had a couple of dudes come into chat, and they were calling me, a fat cancer patient and all that sort of thing. The usual fucking shit that happens in those type of games. But
Wait, people were serious. Were they were seriously trying to have a go at you, or they were just joking around?
because this dude come in and he was just like, "You're fucking bad at Siege," and I'm like, "Yeah," but he spelt it YOUR, and I was just like, "Yes, I am quite bad at." But next time you want to troll someone, next time put it YOU 'RE, and he goes, "Oh, thanks for the fucking grammar lesson, fucking something, I don't know." And it just went on and on and on. Anyway, so I ended up switching the Siege. I ended up switching to Red Alert 3. I was there, and this was about Red Alert 3. And I was playing. I switched at like 1:30 in the morning. I was like, "Fuck, this is so cool!" Like all of the really campy Tim Curry voice lines, and "Who's ready for a good pounding?" Like all that overly fucking sexual voice lines.
Overly tongue in cheek. That game. It's fucking. Is 3 the one with Japan in it as well, and they have all the mechs and shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it has George Takei in it as the Emperor. But I was sitting there, and I was just like, playing away, and I looked down because my window's right here, just to my left, and I looked down, and I was like, "That's sunlight." Fuck. Because I was supposed to do like a 3-hour stream. Ended up fucking streaming for like 8 hours. I was like, "Oh."
There you go. No, it's good fun.
But
good fun.
fuck, it was good, eh? I'm looking at getting back into RTS stuff because it was just fun and frustrating,
I haven't been able to do it since StarCraft, man. StarCraft was my last hurrah at that, and it was so stressful. Just when you start talking about CPM and all this shit.
Is it literally just sort of StarCraft, in regards to RTSs right
strategy?
now?
So you build a base, you build your units.
Yeah, I know that, but what are the top sort of games? Is it just StarCraft
RTS
still
at the moment? There's probably StarCraft 2. Yeah.
Does Total War count as an RTS?
No, that's turn-based.
Yeah,
that's turn-based strategy.
Yeah, it's something else.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's something else again.
Right.
That, I guess maybe like the Dawn of War games that are out, like the Warhammer games, they're kind of RTS-y, but
kind of, yeah. Dawn of War.
My brother's been playing Age of Empires again. I think 2 you can get somewhere, and he's been fighting all his mates just for fun, just playing Age of Empires 2.
Well, there's another game that I picked up,
completely fucking toxic in Age of Empires.
Absolutely. There was another one that I picked up, which is Star Wars Empire at War, which is another RTS.
Yeah, you've been on a binge, man.
It's on multiplayer, and I can't wait to play some people from the community. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. I'm really excited.
So set in the Star Wars universe, but on RTS.
Set in the Star Wars universe, and then you can set a mod to you can have the Mandalorians as your army, or you can have the Separatists as your army, or you can have
real droids.
Yeah.
Can you have an army of just waiting for the army of Baby Yoda's option?
I'm sure there's probably going to be one soon.
Yeah, can you? Surely you can get a Jedi as a champion or something, as a champion warrior or some shit.
Yeah. Champion Sith, champion warrior, champion Sith. Yeah, it's all there. And these big fuck off ships.
Who's using fucking Baby Yoda emotes? Fucking Disney will be after us.
Stop that fucking Gigs, man.
Oh, Gigs is brave, man. That's big Gigs nuts, man. The one rule of copyright is don't fuck with the mouse.
Don't fuck with the mouse.
Fuck with me.
Mickey fucks back. He won't like it. So, What have I
No,
done?
how was
You know
your-
what
how
I've done
was
this
your-
week? You know what I've done
how
this
was your
week?
week?
We haven't.
What?
I was confused. I was lying on the lounge in a bad way, trying to think about whether or not the podcast last week was before or after me and Slothy hit 5,500 in comp. But it was before, so we can talk about that because that was technically
we did
this week. So despite the fact that we've both been just sort of chipping away at it all season, along with Nick, the three of us managed to all hit 5,500 in the same game. Like we haven't played together for the most part, but yeah, we just had a real solid night of it last Saturday night, and then chipped away at it and got it done. And yeah, it's good. I don't know. I mean, I've kind of come around a bit on comp in that I think there's a lot in it. Like they could, I think they need to do a bit to dispel the kind of fear that people have going into it. You know, like I think that's it's a hurdle because of how sweaty it has been. It's not that anymore. It's, you know, because of the skill-based matchmaking and all that sort of shit. It is, you know, like it's the best team game you're going to get in Destiny now. Yeah. By far.
I mean, like I said, I was surprised that I was able to get to Recluse pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and it doesn't.
And I hardly ever play. I'd never play PvP in Destiny. Essentially,
Well, Nick, like log, you've got Luna's Awu now. Nick got his Luna's Awu, and
I'm
he's got the fucking not forgotten.
still chipping away at solar kills, man. But I'm not. I'm also not stressed about it. So it is what it is.
And Nick got his not forgotten last night, which was pretty fantastic. So
he's been chasing that hard. Congrats.
Yeah. No, it was actually very. I felt very accomplished getting that. I never thought that I would ever hit 5,500 ever.
Yeah, and as we were talking, I was talking to Sassy after it, and he's like, "Well, you just proved yourself you can do it. Next year, you won't be stressed. Next season, you won't be stressed about doing it. You'll just do it easy." So, I think that's the thing. And like, take this as use us as the example. Like, neither Sloth nor I. I mean, Nick's probably a better player than the pair of us, but Sloth and I are about the same about the same level. I'm average in just about every respect. So, if we can do it, you can probably do it. So, just give it a go. You're just going to get put against fucking people at your skill level, and you just got to be prepared to work at it, especially if you can get a team of regular people to play with.
Cheese.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get people playing.
To cop the cheese.
You're going to see a lot of one-eyed masks. I'll say that. You're going to see a lot.
I was listening to I think I was listening to Sassy and Etz play the other day, and they were playing, and it was just like, fucking arc battery, fucking yeah. And I know for a fact that we did the same thing, but it's just like, it's the same shit. People are complaining about the same thing, and that's just, it is what it is. It is not in a very nice place.
Yeah,
it's not as bad as
we're
going to
have the artifact rejig with the next season, so I think a lot of that shit goes away. But I think there's a few nerfs inbound as well, so. I don't know. I mean, as with all these things, we never really know what we're getting until we've got it. No. And maybe a couple of weeks after we've got it too, like until all the dust settles. But yeah, it'd be nice to not see as much fucking OEM in there, but it is what it is.
Actually, that's a really good question from Wraith, from Waith. Sorry. How many people out there, to the audio listeners, to the YouTube people who watch on YouTube, and to our live chat, how many people actually got Undying?
I didn't.
I
couldn't be bothered. No. I know that sounds bad. Yeah. I host a Destiny podcast. Couldn't be bothered. I don't know. I've just been chasing other shit, so it's not been that important to me. It's a cool title though, so I kind of wish I had, but it's too late now. There's so many kills. It's such a grind, right? Like, I don't know. If you're in there, let us know. If you're fucking watching the cast or listening to it, tweet at us or whatever and let us know. We might put out a vote tweet or something through the week because it's interesting. I know that it's like not even 1% of the player population has it at this point, or at least last time I looked, which was probably mid last week.
It's like Shadow. It's like Shadow and Reckoner and all that sort of thing. It's very only I'd say if there was 500,000 active players right now, 1%.
Yeah.
1% would have Undying.
Yeah. That's not a lot of people.
Not because it's hard to get, it's just because it's really
I'll have a look. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just
I'll have a look.
It's
I'll see, I'll have a look. But yeah. Anyway, speaking of Destiny, do you want to jump into the swap?
Yeah, fuck it, let's get into it. Yeah, shit. Play the
hang on, play the thing.
Yeah. Speaking of Destiny.
Oh, yeah. While we're on the subject of Destiny on this Destiny-related podcast.
Yeah, right. We've gone from RTSs to drinking, copious amounts of alcohol to Destiny. Right. This week at Bungie, 26th of the 11th, a week at Bungie, we give thanks to the Americans. Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you didn't kill each other with your families. And if you didn't see your families, hopefully your Friendsgiving, quotes, Friendsgiving was good. Good for you. Well done. Hello and welcome.
I don't really understand Thanksgiving. Like,
it's a uniquely American holiday.
I'm just going to let them have it, and I'm not going to question it. I'll put a tweet out to that effect that, like, I'm happy that, if you've got things to give thanks for, have a good Thanksgiving. But I come from the land. I'm thankful land of Australia.
Is it like a public holiday?
I think it's like a family relay. It's like we probably just have Christmas. Really, it's kind of like everyone gets together. It's like a wholesome holiday. That's the way I understand it.
It's something to do with the colonization of America or something like that, if I remember correctly. Like to bring the families of the Puritan English people coming across to the American Indian or something like that. Apparently, it's a Native American pilgrim thing. So, I hope
you're fucking right with that, not just talking shit, man.
No, I'm actually, you know what? A lot of my
triggered all of America by not understanding the fuck their fucking holidays are about.
But then again, they always fucking do it to us. They just make, you fucking ride kangaroos down to school and shit like that, or like. Or
I did ride a kangaroo to school. Of course, we ride kangaroos to school.
Yeah.
The fuck you mean? I'm from Toowoomba, mate.
Slothard's part kangaroo. That's why you never see it from the waist down, because the cunt's got a pouch and a tail. Anyway, there's the first C-bomb of the podcast. Oops, sorry.
Yeah. I did sidetrack that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right. Hello and welcome to an oddly early 12 entry. It's Tuesday, 10 in the morning. Might have caught you off guard. This Thursday, we're celebrating Thanksgiving in the States. A day meant for us to reflect and what we're thankful while spending time with our friends and family, and quite possibly killing Uncle Jeff for being the racist cunt that he is. Sorry. We couldn't leave the holiday without mentioning that we're all incredibly thankful for you, Guardians. Like you inspire us every day, from the stories you've shared about the friendships you've made to the tales of how you earned your favorite loot. Excuse me. Thank you to everyone who stopped by to share their stories, not only over the last few weeks, but years of Destiny and Destiny 2. Thank you, dear reader, for being a guardian. Right. So first of all, Season of Dawn begins December 10th, 2019. We have a bit to talk about between now and then. The reveal stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer is 10 a.m. Pacific, 4th of December 2019. That is next Thursday for us.
Yeah, it'll be Thursday.
3 a.m. for me, 4 a.m. for you, Log, and 2 a.m. for you, Matt. So if you're in...
Great. I get to wake up to a fucking influx of Twitter. Did you fucking see what was on the stream? And then get it completely ruined for me before I even open up my fucking computer.
Just don't look at your phone.
Idiot.
Don't look at your phone.
It's not hard, mate.
On things like that, you know what I do? I just literally turn off Twitter until I've watched it. Or I don't go out of DMs where people are I just don't look at the feed of Twitter at all if I can help it. And then watch it on my lunch break or whatever, and then I can talk about it.
So I believe that is 4 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, 3 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and 2 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time. If you're that way inclined in that side of the country, I'm
gonna boycott it because it's not on Facebook Gaming, and that's my preferred platform.
Yeah, why isn't it on LinkedIn? That's what when is LinkedIn live stream? Can you imagine anyway? I'm sidetracking again. Yeah, moving on.
If you would like to purchase some pretty cool loot from the Bungie store, up to 50% off on all Black Friday sale merchandise. It is currently happening right now at time of recording. It begins at November 28th at 9 p.m. PT. And every purchase through December 9th, 2019 at 11:59 PT will include a free exclusive Destiny 2 emblem. Additionally, any purchases of $50 or more include an exclusive limited edition Destiny art print while supplies last. I mean, everyone hates the one-eyed mask, but that little picture on the bottom right of the warlock with the fucking whatever helmet that is, the fucking celestial, and then the OEM is.
I mean, it looks cool. There. It looks nasty. I think it would be one of the coolest looking exotics if it wasn't so besmirched by what it does in the game. It's really ruined its reputation, right?
But then you've got that little tower with the floating guardian in it in the background. That's a fucking awesome print. That's actually really cool. I might go and buy some stuff now that I think about it. Artist Alley, we're pleased to announce that the Bungie Stores Community Artist Series of official merchandise featuring art from the Destiny community. Please join us in celebrating our creative and talented community with these in limited edition collectible products. Each artist receives a share of the revenue from their book sales, and the program is currently invite only, but we plan on adding more designs soon. This is Vermilion by Sergei Parshikov. Which is fantastic. Fucking awesome.
Really cool.
Look at that. It's up on your thing. If you're watching the podcast right now, it's there. There you go.
It's really, really cool.
Have a squiz.
Yeah. Hi, this is Seriosha, Jalo, Serioja. A Void Warlock who draws boring and mostly monochrome pics. My love for Destiny is based on two things: an awesome mix of fantasy and sci-fi, use of Swiss graphic design traditions, and attention to in-game branding. Which is he's pretty happy with that. So like he's got pictures of Crota and Eris and that's
the
next one.
Yep.
Sorry, that's Brian Munkus. But yeah, he's got this.
So it's the red keep or the Scarlet Keep.
The Shadow Guardian.
Yep, on the moon with a shadow gun. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's unreal.
Well done,
and like
Sergey.
talk about selling yourself short. Draws boring, mostly monochrome pics. Like, come on, man. That's if I could draw like that, you'd never shut me up about it.
Any creative like this, it's like almost a fucking necessity to be like put like if you're a writer, you have to say fuck terrible at writing. If you're an artist, you have to say, man, this work sucks or whatever.
Yeah, no,
it's part
right.
of that self-reflective.
Yeah, you have to neg yourself, because if you can neg yourself, no one can neg you, right? Like
Exactly.
If you sledge yourself, no one's coming after you. Yeah,
then we've got the last from Brian Munkus, aka Mr. Munkus, on Twitter. It looks really good. It's a picture of Crota and Eris, and the design of Crota is so fucking cool.
It's menacing
really
and
cool.
shit.
Cool. It goes from T to teen to like, you know, MA 15.
S to shit yourself.
Or it's almost like the real life you know, like when Disney released like the real life version of Lion King, you know, they take it from the cartoon to the real life version, or like Pokemon. This is like
steps up.
If Crota was in real life, this is what he would fucking look like.
That is very terrifying.
And he would kill the shit out of you. You would be so dead.
Yeah. It's actually cool how it is very obviously Crota, but it is just taken to that level of I don't know, realism. If you can say that, like you can imagine that those materials look like it. You know, it's like scales and
looks
all
like
that
bone.
kind of
It really looks like bone. Yeah.
like
really
really
cool
stuff.
Yeah. I actually, I'm going to do that. I'm booked for a tattoo next week, and next week, and I might actually get in touch with Mr. Munkus and see if I can purchase something or get something like that tattooed on me.
Get Crota on your scrotum. That's scrota.
My scrotum's not that big, mate.
It could be a little Crota.
You get like one of them
about that big, because fucking hell.
What are the boggleheads ones? The fucking
the pops like this one.
The pops.
Hit up Brian and see if he'll do your postage stamp version.
Oh, that's fucking funny. Right, and then lastly, we have.
ruined.
Fuck.
Fucking
And then
ruined.
last but not least, we have Ian Pestridge, also known as
Pesty.
Ian Pesty, which has the stag, the what's it called? The fucking bird helmet and the OEM.
I'm sorry, I just saw one chat just right after that.
Yeah. Oh, don't look at it until we're finished talking about Pesty's art, because we need to be very complimentary because he's a good bloke and very talented. And then after that, we can get into the plethora of Destiny dick jokes that have just come flooding in.
After studying visual art at university, actually, you know what? If you guys read it. No, I'm not going to read it. You guys read it. It kind of doesn't do it justice. But he is very talented, and you have definitely, if you're on Twitter, you have seen his art. Trust me on that much.
Yeah,
you have seen his art. Yeah,
the prints look, you know, like we've had Gamma Trap stuff printed for Guardian Con, and you know the artists have been doing it for a while now, probably ever since. I guess Guardian Con was probably where you saw it most of selling prints.
Yeah, the artist alley and everything set up for that, which is unreal.
Yeah, so it's cool now that it's in the TWAB, and they get a percentage of it too. So it's a double, like, not only do they get the exposure through
the only thing that they could have done was link their Twitters and shit, or you know, like somewhere.
I would have loved to see them,
you know,
link their fucking art station or something like that. That would have been really nice.
That's okay.
But, you know,
it's the first time I've done it. I'm sure.
Yeah, that is a little bit of an
so.
oversight. They sort of hyperlink their names, something like that.
But I mean, they were probably looking for something. I'm not saying that this happened, but they were probably looking for something to fill out the content of the TWAB this week.
It's been a specifically quiet TWAB.
It is a very quiet TWAB.
I think this is a welcome addition because it does really add. You know, it's like anything. It's like getting the old community focus or something like that. Anything that shows that Bungie are, like, first actively looking at what's going on in their community, which we know that they do, but second, willing to put people in the spotlight and, you know, reward people for the incredible contributions they make to the community. Like, I mean, Pesty and that have been around forever. Monk has been around forever. And, you know, the good thing is that Sergey up the top, it's done Vermilion. I've never bumped into him before, and now I know that he's out there. So I'll be definitely looking through his stuff because I love it. So there you go.
Yeah, well, I mean, so Quasar in the live chat has just linked Sergey's art station for those of you who want to check it out.
Thank you.
So thanks, mate. Do you want to go through the holiday helper, the doc team?
It's about
stuff?
Chrome. It's about fucking Stadia.
Okay.
Stadia is irrelevant to Australia. Moving on.
Is there anybody in the live chat or in YouTube or you're all listening on in Spotify or your preferred podcast provider? Do you actually have a Stadia? Do you use it? Have you played Destiny on it?
I've heard.
I did see Unknown Player actually had a sponsorship with Google to not review it, whatever you want to call it. It was a sponsorship where he got sent Stadia to play Destiny on. I can't remember his speeds, but it looked pretty honest. I guess it's always hard to tell with sponsorships, but it looked pretty honest in regards to, yeah, there was some latency there, but it wasn't as broken as he expected.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of truth to that. Like, I've seen multiple sides of this coin now, like, you know, with stuff that we've worked on or we've worked with Bungie on or whatever, and you know some of the backstory, and then you see like community reactions to things, you're like, Jesus fucking Christ. They're like, this is just taken out of complete, just amps to, you know.
Oh yeah, and dude, and you knew that the guy that made the video of himself with like the extreme latency where he pushed jump and at like 2 seconds later
like
jumped on game.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what he was doing when he put that up, and he knew exactly how it would be received, and it was more really. I mean, maybe it was that bad for him, but like there's a fucking other side to that coin too. It's not completely about reviewing Stadia. It's also about gaining exposure, which it would have worked. So it's that.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm probably still. I am interested in actually. I'm interested in seeing how it works because I do have fairly decent internet, and I think I would probably be okay with it. I wouldn't be playing anything competitive, so then I have to think.
Is it worth the money, though?
Yeah. Then I would have to think. would I really? Because for me, when I'm in the lounge room, which is the only time I would use it, I'm at the moment I'm playing Pokemon Sword and Shield with Danny. And right now she's playing fucking Jedi Star Wars, fucking Fallen Order, which I'm probably going to go play with her after that. So I don't often play like Destiny. It was almost like my work game. It's the game. Like it stays in my
it is
office,
your fucking job, really, isn't
it? Yeah, right.
Well, here's the thing: is that I saw a news article from Inside Gaming, and when I say news article, I mean it was a YouTube video. Is that Stadia has been giving out refunds for people who have purchased. So Google have been giving out refunds for people who purchased Rise of the Tomb Raider or Tomb Raider the Stadia edition and American Truck Simulator or American Farming Simulator or something like that, because there was only 2 games on the Stadia at launch.
Okay.
And now those games are part of the subscription thing. Sorry, there was only 2 games as part of the subscription. Which was Destiny.
Oh, okay. So they bought it, and then there was added.
And then they bought it, and then like 2 weeks later, it was added to it. So they're giving back, like they're refunding people who purchased it for the purchase price. So I can see that, and that's a good thing. But maybe the Stadia should have been left in the oven for a little bit longer.
Look, I think. Look,
you always.
Like I don't want to. I'm completely neutral on it. I have said some negative shit about it because, as an Australian who has little to no faith in first our internet and second our internet providers because they charge like a fucking wounded bull, I think that any time you are at the cutting edge of something, you're going to get this. You know, like it was always going to be rocky. It was always going to be rocky.
VR.
Yeah,
the same thing with VR. What was it, 1995 when Nintendo brought out the Virtual Boy?
Oh,
whenever that was, but
that was a question
that was
without
the
notice.
Initial part of that was the first official move into VR, and then we've got the HTC Vive. I think was the first commercially available one that was actually usable.
And VR,
it's had issues upon issues.
Yeah.
Well, it's had issues upon issues because people don't know how, like, you know, like it's like the eyes are connected to the brain with slinkies, and you know, like when you move your head, your eyes go flying off into the fucking distance, and your stomach goes, "Oh fuck this," and just fucking out the, you know.
There is that is the hurdle with VR. Is it like? It's physiological. It's not the technology at this point. It's how to make the technology like more comfortable and user friendly and make people not want to vomit.
Like I fucking love, like I've got a battle royale game on VR, and I've got like it's pretty much CS:GO in VR, and both of them are just fucking amazing to play. But I get so.
Oh, you've got Pavlov, do you?
Yeah, I've got Pavlov, and I've got fucking
yeah.
And they make me so motion sick.
Yeah,
because in those games you can't use the teleport feature, which really gets rid of all my motion sickness. Where you basically point where you want to go, and you let go of the button, and it just teleports you there. So you don't have. You move around in your room as much as you want to move, but when you want to go beyond your room, you basically teleport. And it blinks you up there, and it gets rid of nearly 100% of the motion sickness. But you can't do that in a PvP game.
No,
because your character needs to be moving.
It's like warlocks, fucking blinking.
Shit that I was doing, like, you know, I was literally laying on the floor with a sniper rifle in one of the battle royale games and like popping people. Danny walks and is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm playing a battle royale."
What, lying on the floor like a fucking commando?
Yeah, there's no fucking, there's no crouch,
there's no button. You have to physically crouch.
Okay, so like I get a scoped fucking SV98 and I just get onto the floor. yeah, exactly. And that
for the listening audience, Sloth was just just posturing. I guess is probably the only word I can use for it.
And it feels fucking amazing. And then when you have to reload, there's no button. You've got to pull out the fucking mag. You've got to put in the next mag. You've got to chamber it, and you've got to start. And it feels cool, but the amount of motion sickness that I get with it is fucking ridiculous.
See, here's the thing: is that back on the Stadia, is that Babes has actually brought up a pretty decent point. Is that if you live in a highly urban area with fiber gigabit, you might be all right, or only use it on a phone or tablet, something that's actually fairly capable. Outside of those use cases, needs a lot more development.
Yeah, I think ultimately, like right now,
server bandwidth. Yeah.
Right now, the issue is not that. It's first it's connection speed, which is that's the Australian issue. But the other thing is like in the grand scheme of things, paying for building a computer and the life cycle that you get out of a computer is probably still the cheaper option when you think about the amount of download you are going to need to purchase to be able to play. If you were to do all of your gaming on Stadia, you would need the mother of all internet plans. If you were playing it,
the other thing about Stadia, and this
they're going to bundle it. Google's going to come in.
It needs to be like that Telstra unmetered
we've got
shit.
Fiber now.
And
now you can unlimited, just like Telstra does with Foxtel and all
streaming and all that shit. Yeah.
You know, if you sign up with Google as a provider, you'll get unlimited download on Stadia and fucking whatever else we own.
Yeah. And here's the other thing with Stadia as well. They're actually in the shit straight off the bat again because they're using upscaled 4K and not true 4K. They're taking 1440p and upscaling it and then saying that that's true 4K. Now, that is very, very first world issues. But when you promise something like true 4K and then it's not true 4K, people are going to go,
I just love how you can get really fucking nice TVs now. And we're going to go backwards and be playing fucking pixelated lag.
It'll be just pixelated on the fucking coming through the internet. We've got these beautiful TVs that'll display just billion fucking. Anyway.
In all honesty, 4K is such a fucking, it's such a joke to me. I mean, 1440p is about as far as I'd go. 4K is such a fucking joke.
I've definitely, look, I've played Destiny in 4K. You can tell the difference between that and lower resolutions, and it looks fucking nice. But in regards to functionality for gaming, I would always pick high frames after playing both now. After having a monitor that can only do 60 frames and 4K, and having a monitor that can do 120 and 1440p, I'd pick the frames any day.
Again,
talking about the VR stuff, Sassy was with me, but when we were in PAX in Melbourne, we did the warehouse VR, which was just fucking amazing.
I'm actually annoyed that I missed out on that.
Fucking, we were literally running around. Well, the first thing we did is teabag in real life because we could all, the six of us.
Well, it was on the ground.
Okay. No. Sorry.
All right. Okay.
That's not the right way of saying it. But we could all see each other. We could see our avatars in game, and we were obviously in real life. So you would be right in front of me, and I could see your avatar in game. There were no sensors on your arms, so you couldn't see where someone was putting their arm. But there was a sensor on your head, obviously. So everyone, as soon as it came in, like this. Just immediately.
If that's the case, but like if that's the way the world goes, we end up in VR. Everyone's going to have massive quads if they spend time in the Crucible, right? Just from squatting.
I can't wait now to see the nerds. They're like, I played 20 hours of COD this week, and they're just fucking athletes, just absolute fucking athletes.
Well, here's the thing: like they've got the like a treadmill running deck type of situation that you compare with a HTC Vive. And all that sort of thing. You've got hand sensors, like actual glove sensors that are in development at the moment. It is definitely something that we can see happening soon. But again, it comes to the motion sickness thing, which will absolutely, there'll be so much stomach chutney rather, that it'll just be terrible.
I was seriously looking at the 360 treadmills to buy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, this
dude, I don't know. I don't know if it's for me, man. I'm the guy who put a fucking Wii remote through a wall. So I don't know if I can be trusted with any of this shit.
Tight straps.
Yeah, I know now.
There's one thing I would really love to, this is a game that I've seen on a few occasions, and I would love to see like have the three of us or like a few of us from CI, sorry, Incorporated, that play Star Trek Bridge Commander in VR. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. But again, like not everyone, like we can't all fucking have PCs that run VR and all that sort of thing. But that would be super. That would be super.
Do you know what games work really well in VR? Is like real-time strategy games where you're like the overview commander and you can look in 3D onto the battlefield. They're really cool.
Oh, did you ever play? Did you ever play Black and White?
No.
It was a Peter Molyneux game. I'm trying to think, fucking years and years ago. But basically, the premise was that you were a god and you could go around and you basically, your mouse was just a hand, right? You could go. Yeah. I was just thinking, imagine that in VR. It'd be fucking unreal, because it's like these little tribes people that you were managing and whatever, and you know, like you were their god and you had to accrue their favor. If you had that in VR, where you could just actuly be picking shit up, that'd be incredible.
I played on Eris Small's recommendations. Moila, when we were in Melbourne, Danny was speaking to her and asking what other games she had voiced, and one of them was a VR game called I'm gonna have to open my Steam library. It's a little mouse and it's like a puzzle game, and so when you enter a new puzzle area, you control the player like third person view, but you can look around the map. You have to pull switches and just generally like, you know, like a Zelda. Think of a Zelda. Yeah, Moss. That's the one. Yeah.
Thank you, Felicia, saving our ass yet again.
Thank you. You have to guide this little mouse through all these different puzzles, and you're like the god, I guess, like looking down and controlling the character.
Yeah, I reckon I can see that. Like, that'd be real cool. I'd like that. I'd give that a go, because I'm not throwing anything or running into a coffee table. I can.
Yes.
one of my favorite games to play when I just want to do nothing is Elite Dangerous, and I would love to have Elite Dangerous in a VR setup. VR with a hotel setup.
That'd work pretty well.
Hands-on throttle assistance. Like that would be really, really cool. But this has turned into.
I know. How is it we just just fucking VR then?
There's not that much Destiny shit to talk about. But before we move on, we need to talk about the event this week, because that's.
Oh, hang on. Yeah. All right. Well, before we do that,
okay.
I just got something to say about the movie of the week. Right. Bungie. I'm not going to try and take away from the people who have made the movie of the week stuff in recent memory, and this is coming from me, Real Time Sloth. This isn't coming from Matt. This isn't coming from Log. This isn't coming from the podcast. This is coming from me personally.
Makes me fucking nervous when he says shit like that.
No. It's some people put a lot of work into movie of the week, and they get a lot of upvotes on Reddit and on the thread, or like in the community creations page. But it seems to be just montages and optimal DPS and all that sort of thing. But they don't give people who do original content like music videos or machinima or things like that.
I'm glad I haven't done anything like that recently.
I would love to see. And I see a lot of my friends having a bit of a fucking go at them about this. I would love to see more original content promoted as movie of the week, not, you know, montages of people smacking on people because they're in connection-based matchmaking.
I think with this, I think that's, you're on the money. And I think the thing with movie of the week that frustrated me as someone who was actively trying to get into that frame with, you know, for exposure's sake and stuff, like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's like that. You want to be considered for movie of the week, submit your stuff to Bungie community creations and then, you know, that week there's 3 videos and they're all like, 2 of them weren't submitted at all and the other one's from Twitter. You're like, what? You know, like, so if they want to do it,
I think
if they want to do it and do it properly, I feel like you've either got to go, okay, they have to be submitted, or you go, you make it very clear that, okay, well, this is the one that from what we do, one video from this source, one video from that source, and one video from somewhere else, and that's it. I think the frustration with people is that they don't know how to put their best foot forward, and that's really all anyone's trying to do. So
I think it needs a system for. I think categories would be a really nice way to have variation. So it'd be like, this week is going to be PvP submissions. Submit your movie of the week for PvP. This week's going to be PvE. This week's going to be creative. Submit artwork, time lapse, music, and then just keep rotating through categories. That way,
so every single one of these movie of the weeks this week, and I'm not taking away from the work that you've put into it, because there are some really good editing. The second one along there has some really good editing, some really good color corrections in it, and all that sort of thing. But all 4 of the videos this week are gameplay.
Yeah.
Where I know for a fact that there are many videos that were uploaded and put forward to it in the last couple of weeks that probably should have won because they were original. It was original content.
I think to say, like, we can't sit here and say something should have won or whatever, but at the same time, like, I understand where the frustration's coming from, and I've been there myself, and it's not something that I put myself in for anymore. For that reason, because I know that if I'm putting like 70 hours into doing a song and making a video and all that sort of shit, like, it's fucking so time intensive. And even when I got Wall helping me to make the videos and all that sort of shit, it's still like, it's just not worth it to like get to that final hurdle and go, like, I've busted my guts for a month making this, and then it's, here's someone threw a Slover bomb in PvP and it took 5 seconds and they clipped it, and you're like, well. You know, like, I totally understand and I empathize with people, but I think that the issue with it is that there is no structure to it. And I mean, the other part of it is that, like, it'd be a shit of a job moderating that, because you have to watch through everything to make sure someone's not doing doing a Fight Club thing and putting 4 frames of dicks into a video that they then.
Yeah, no. But how about this? I don't understand if it's why movie of the week is not. I guess it can be abused if it's like the top voted, but. You know, why is it not, okay, this category is PvP, upload your videos, and we will select from the top 3 upvoted. And they just check the top 3, make sure it's appropriate to go on Bungie, and then
they can't use Reddit. They can't use Reddit because the Destiny, the game, fucking Reddit.
No, you can't post anything to Reddit.
You can't post anything to Reddit because that fucking whole
10-to-1
and the
Bungie
forum
subreddit is
the Bungie has a whole fucking
Reddit and all that sort of thing. You know what? Fuck off, you.
Bungie has its own forum for voting.
Yeah,
Bungie
and that's
has
it. It's got its own system there, purpose built for this, for community creations, and it doesn't get used that way. I don't know.
It doesn't get used.
It either takes half a week to get your fucking video even up there, that's a moderation thing, and I totally understand. But the amount of times that I've submitted something fucking twice going like, is what's going on, because it's been a week and it didn't go up. And then the first one finally comes up a week later. You know, like there is some inherent problems. I think it's a good thing that they do for the community. It's one of those things like we were talking about before with the artists and stuff. It's brilliant for people to be able to, you know, gain exposure, get their moment in the sun, share something positive with the community, share something funny. Fucking oath, I'm all for that. But it's very frustrating. And I know a little bit about what's brought this about, Slothy, and I think it's fair enough in that instance to be a bit upset. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I'd love to be able to help. I'll put that out there. If there was a way that we could help or I could help, I'd help. I'd help try and fucking improve this system as someone that's been on the other end of it. But I don't know where you go.
Well, if you want it, like, you're one of the creatives that want to throw stuff up onto the internet and you're having issues with DTG, throw it up on r/Destiny2 or r/Destiny Creations. r/Destiny2, I don't know who runs that, but r/Destiny Creations is run by Cara Lee.
There's options. There's options.
So, like, there's options there. Just like, if you want invisible internet points, just throw it up on Reddit. But like, if you like, movie of the week needs to have some fucking criteria to it. It really does. I'm not taking away from these guys. I really don't. I don't want to be seen as taking away from these guys, but they're all gameplay videos, and it's all shit we've seen again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
Right. That's it for the 12. Log's got some things about the the community event, which is next Saturday in Sydney.
Yeah, next Saturday night in Sydney. So what's happening and what we're fortunate enough in that we've been given tickets to give out. So we're going to wait for the Power Up entries to close. They close on the 3rd of December at 3 p.m, I believe, if I read that right. So if you want to get in on that, the link will be in our video, or wherever you're listening to this, watching this, the link will be in the description. So that's your first port of call. But we've been given tickets to be able to give out to the community, and I guess we're gonna play the role of the last chance draw, right? Like, so if you miss out on that, we're gonna start do something pretty quick. It'll just be on Twitter more than likely. So if you aren't on Twitter, get on Twitter for that. At least just create an account or whatever. Do what you need to do. But we'll go about it that way, and we'll do a giveaway to try and help people who missed out on the first lot the opportunity to get in there. So we're not going to overthink it. It's not going to be, you're not going to have to fucking write anything out. Or, I mean, if you make us laugh, we'll laugh. But that's, it'll be just a computer done giveaway. So we'll do that.
Right. Yeah. I'll do up a Gleam. I'll do up a Gleam, and I'll give it to Log to post to the Destiny Down Under Twitter account.
Yep.
And just, to state the obvious, because this does happen, don't enter the giveaway if you're not fucking free to come.
Yeah.
It's like people. Oh.
We will blacklist you from the entire fucking universe if you do that. If you take one of these tickets and I don't get to shake your hand on Saturday night, we're going to have fucking words, all right? They're not going to be nice ones. Just be good. Just be good, all right?
It just reminds you of every time I've ever done a raffle when we used to do fucking Destiny raids. All right.
Is such and such in chat? Nope.
Nick AMC, you're in. Oh, I'm still at work. Well, why the fuck?
Why did you enter the raffle?
Why did you enter the raffle to play a raid right now, you heathen?
So don't do that. That's the one. But it's going to be a great night. So we're really looking forward to it. And on that note, we're actually, given the amount of traveling and stuff that's going on next weekend, we're absolutely probably not going to be live streaming the cast, but we will be recording it, we hope, in person. So that, it's dangerous. We're going to be within striking distance of each other, so we're going to have to find a way to do that. But it'll be something a little bit different and something to celebrate the fact that we're fortunate enough to be able to go to these kinds of things and get together with the community. So it's it'll be interesting. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll tweet out as much as I can. I mean, on the odd chance that we do manage to be able to stream it, then great. But we probably won't, because we don't know how the internet's going to be, things like that. You know what it's like. So that's the deal. Next week, don't miss us. Awesome. It'll be up before you go to work on Monday. That's always the rule. Okay. All right. What we might do now is open up the chat. So, have you got anything that you would like us to?
Any burning questions, and not about your genitalia or your asshole?
Actually, what we need to do is scroll up and go through the Destiny dick related shit from before. Ideas for Sloth's nethers tattooing. Actually, just if you've got a good idea, just say it now. Say it if you.
No, I've got a. No, I'm getting this, my forearm done, from just on the bicep to my wrist done next Wednesday week. I still haven't decided on a design. I've got a few in mind, but we're getting there.
You take the exact opposite approach to tattoos to me. Like, where you want to get a tattoo. I've got and you got to think of something to put there. Where I'm like, I have things that I want to get tattooed on me, and there's the only one I've got's my arm, and that's because it's my crest. So I don't know. I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's a completely different way of thinking about it.
Has anybody given the old perineum sunning experiment a try this week?
Yeah, I gave it a go. Out in suburban Newcastle. Was frowned upon by my neighbours, whose deck looks directly into my backyard. As if I'd go out there and just coits up to the sun. What?
Fucking influencers will do anything that some fucking half fucking brain dead moron tells them to do on fucking Twitter. Legitimately.
every time I think of that, every time I see something like that, it just makes me think of the Tool song Enema, where it's just like the world's fucked. We need a meteor or some shit to come and wipe it all out, reset it, flush it all away. Fuck it off.
These are the same people who went to fucking Chernobyl after the fucking series aired. Like, why? Why? It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, I'm going to go get really good pictures at Chernobyl and then end up with fucking cancer. Well done,
it's a whole show about how horrible it is. What?
It's close to the idea of like wanting to be bitten by a radioactive spider, isn't it? And then realizing you just get cancer from it and you don't get fucking.
That's exactly right, babe. These are the same people who went to the fire festival. Fucking morons. Jesus.
Hey,
Christ.
I forgot. I had my we've got long.
Oh, how'd you go with your fucking blowjob jumping train?
My BJJ. I had my
first, your grading.
My first grading, and I felt like I'll tell you what, I felt like a fucking kid again because I did a lot of karate in high school and stuff like that, and then I did Muay Thai, and we had gradings for that too. And so I've done all that sort of stuff, but it's been a long time, and I don't know if you guys have done. You've probably done this with your music log, where you're like, right, with sport, it's like, all right, I've got to be prepared. So I was like, I've got to have carbs. And then I just went way overboard. I ate fucking 6 pulled pork rolls like at midday, and I felt so fucking ill. But I was like, I need to make, because it's, gradings usually go for fucking ever. You just don't know. You don't want to run out of energy. So I was like, I need to make sure I get carbs. And then you just go completely fucking overboard.
Yeah, and then you got to fight people like a bloated piece of shit.
Yeah, you get it too early. You drink too much water. You have to piss. You stretch too much, so you just feel fucking all floppy. Rather than if you just did your normal routine, you'd probably perform better.
Yeah.
Than fucking whatever. Anyway, it was a first grading. And it's not anything like other gradings I've done before where you have to like demonstrate a certain technique, or they basically put you in the pit in the middle and do like, it's called Shark Tank, where basically you're in the fucking middle and they rotate through fresh people that just fucking beat on you for like 10 minutes. Or like, all right, get out of this position.
Sounds
all right,
great.
next person. Yeah.
How'd you go, Fatso? Just tell us.
Oh yeah, no, fine. So I graded. Got my stripe, my next stripe on my belt.
So what's that? Fucking blue 2?
No, so I never did any gradings because of MMA because they didn't have a belt system. So this is a white belt with 1 stripe.
There you go.
You suck.
So
yeah,
I watched the video when we were down at PAX.
Fucking Chook would fucking smack him, mate.
It's one of those things.
We had yeah, and there was like so many people there, so they already know who they were going to grade. It's basically they don't even do. It's not really grading. You just wrestle with everyone. Wrestle. It's just an hour and a half of wrestling. But because we got 2 clubs, you can see like when our club took on the other club, there were like people there just going fucking nuts. You're like, yeah, they don't know each other. Like
bit of pride on the line, and
bit of pride. Yeah.
We actually have a question. Did Log say his neighbour's dick looks onto his back door?
I said deck, like a decking, like a
looking at
balcony.
Dick.
A balcony.
Looking at decks from his deck.
Yeah, well, I mean, fuck you, whoever that was in chat. Go fuck yourself. You got me.
Always I love to bring neighbours onto me dick. What are you guys hoping to see next season, gameplay or story-wise? Weapons 2.0.
No, we're not going to get that.
As in Season of Dawn.
Yeah.
No. 100%.
Oh, and the reveal.
That's from Stylistic Rhyme 3. Thanks, mate.
I don't know. I don't know.
To be honest, I hope for a PvP-focused season at some point. I don't know whether it's next season. It seems unlikely given Dawn, but I think that PvP at the moment needs it. And if they can expand and make PvP more rewarding and break down a lot of the fucking stigmas around it, then I think it'll be a very well received addition, because there's a hell of a lot going on at the moment and not a lot of people really understand it. So I think that needs to happen. As for like story wise, I don't know. I got this feeling of like, I don't know. I just want Osiris to come back into it, and I'm not really sure why I feel that way, but I've just got this feeling like the Dawn, like the I don't know. What do you, Matty? You're more fucking poised to have an opinion on what you think Dawn is alluding to. What do you reckon? Is it just the dawning's coming, or what?
We haven't had any like hints yet, right?
No, nothing. I mean, it's all in this. It'll be. I imagine there'll be like
if it follows suit, we should get like a narrative preview drop soon. Remember?
Yeah.
They always put up those narrative previews. Is that
morning.
maybe after the live streams? Do they normally put them up?
Yeah, they're sort of in that week. They'll be in that week interlude, building hype going into the next.
So
season.
that's probably going to give us a bit of a clue. I don't know.
I am hoping for it is always darkest before the dawn. That's a popular saying. Is that I hope that at the end of the Dawn storyline, we are able to take the fight to what?
Move closer to your microphone.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I want to be able to say at the end of the season of the Dawn story, we can actually take the fight to these things. So the start of season of the Dawn, a pyramid ship comes along and fucks everything up.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the shit that we haven't had like resolved yet.
There's
Curse
heaps,
of the Dreaming
man.
City still like. I mean,
I don't think. I think we leave the curse. I think the curse is like that's broken. Guess what? In Destiny 3, the curse breaks. Like I don't think that there's like the mechanic in there now for the curse to break. It has to. It kind of has to keep going to make the Dreaming City viable.
I feel like Season of the Dawn is going to be quite light on content and probably quite criticized. I think. I don't know.
You reckon?
Maybe it's because we haven't spoken much about it yet. Maybe hopefully the real stream.
Yeah, I think like with Shadowkeep, there was a lot like building into it. When you consider that it's a week and a half away now.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have the same thing that happened with Taken King. Like Taken King changed the game, just like Shadowkeep changed the game, and I don't know.
What
hard to keep up that momentum.
It's hard to keep that level.
What consists of changing the game? What is changing the game? What does that mean?
Oh, for me, it's Armor 2.0 and artifacts that changed the game massively.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I think there's been a paradigm shift in terms of like the way they're approaching Destiny, and quite clearly, like, I mean, it's a lot of it's free to play now. There's a lot of like, for better or worse, there's a lot of things that changed sort of in that transition. Shadowkeep, Season of the Undying, all that sort of stuff. That was the sort of point of the tact. It'll be interesting to see how they do flesh out the rest of the year going forward. I mean, probably this season we're coming into now, they wouldn't have had too much chance to take on board feedback from Season of the Undying to then modify this season. But I think like much like where we saw the season pass last year and sort of the improvement in the way things are received throughout the course of it, it's another fine-tuning process. I think they would have learned a lot out of that. I don't think they're gonna. I can definitely understand where Matt's coming from in that it feels like we could be walking into something that's not as heavy on content, but I think that's just because we haven't heard anything about it yet. Yeah. So
that also makes me nervous because Bungie's usually pretty good at fucking talking about what's coming up.
the Bungie hype train is
what's talking.
Legendary.
They usually know. They're usually good with that in the Activision days.
I mean,
are they going to be good with it now?
I think coming into Shadowkeep and everything definitely proved that they could do that on their own, and they were doing it before with fucking Halo,
nervous.
Man. I think it's okay. I think we've spoken about this a little bit over recent weeks, where like, especially now, a lot of people are hitting burnout, and like I haven't been playing as much. I've been streaming literally fuck all. I get on for like maybe an hour and a bit, do a few things, and just chill out and all that sort of stuff. And I think between now and Season of the Dawn, if you are feeling like you're a bit over it, just fucking put it down for a bit. I know that's probably the least Destiny thing we could do in terms of like everything's like always going, but honestly, for the sake of your fucking mental health, Destiny, 99% of people's cases, it's not your fucking job. Just have a break. You'll be all right. Just go and listen to Destiny podcasts or some shit.
this week, Halo 3 is coming out. Sorry, Halo PC is coming out. Halo on Steam is coming out. So that
This
includes
week?
Reach.
Yeah.
Reach, Halo 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't know. I can't remember.
Are you going to be playing it and streaming it, Log or Sloth or Sloth?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to play it.
I'm going to be playing it. I don't know if I'll be streaming it, but I'm definitely going to be playing it.
Can you give me a heads up? I may get in on that. I don't know. Not that I have
fucking purchase it.
It's Reach.
Oh,
Slothy.
it's just Reach this week. Sorry. Okay, yeah, it's Reach this week. Then yeah, fuck. I'm going to be fucking. I'm going to be smacking it.
So does that need to be remastered, or is that already like high quality, or what?
I thought it was pretty quite high quality, but you also got to remember it came out on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, right. So it's redone for PC. Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm actually really excited for Reach. It should be quite good. I will be playing it. It's a prequel. It's a good setup for. The Halo series.
Yeah, if you've never played it, it's actually a really good spot to jump in because it's set before all of the it's before Halo 1, so it's definitely good. I mean, it will be fucking jarring if you think you're going to be able to go from here's Reach, like Bungie's lovely swan song to the Halo franchise before they moved on. It's incredible in terms of the game and the engine and everything. I mean, we're still living in it now, really, because it's Tiger, but. If you think you're going to have an easy time going from that back into Halo 1, you probably
Halo 1's been remastered.
Yeah.
It's been remastered. Yeah. So, yeah, like the graphical changes will be huge, but the gameplay changes, I can't imagine they'll be pretty big. I can't imagine they'll be big.
Yeah, it holds up pretty well. I mean, I played Master Chief Collection on the Xbox back when it came out. When was that? Like fucking 2 years ago now. And it was it was pretty dodgy when it first launched. But I can't remember anyway, I probably should have done some research knowing that we were going to talk about this. But I'm very excited for Reach, man. It's been a long time since I played that game, and I love that game, so it's going to be great.
So yeah, Reach is coming out. There's some great indie titles around this week. Like try Undertale. If you haven't played Undertale, play Undertale. Fuck it, why not? I bought it.
Reflex, are you serious that the Master Chief Collection came out in 2014? Yeah. Where the fuck is my life going? Holy shit.
You've got to remember that Destiny's been out for how long?
Yeah, September 2014.
Oh, man.
Destiny came out.
Jesus.
That's when I started Old Melon Games.
Old Melon Games.
You should probably fucking can't quit it too.
Oh, what? Oh, I love it when you just get pointlessly mean-spirited.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just angry at the fucking world. Fuck you.
Hey, what are we talking about getting different games? The game that we love as well. And not just Destiny, but Tarkov's got a fucking sale on, does it not? Black
30% off all of the versions Tarkov. Not an ad, just something that we really enjoy playing.
Yeah.
It's 30% off versions as well. That's www.escapefromtarkov.com.
We would love for new players to join so we can take your gear.
Yes.
Bring your best guns on your first raid.
Now, that's actually a very good point from Hinchy. Not so much that it was £9, but Anthem,
I saw that.
Anthem
$5 or some shit.
Yeah, it's like it fell by the wayside really quickly, and I mean, like it went on special a week after it came out, and has been. I think it has been on special at varying degrees since it's been out in February this year. But even though they've had a lot of people leave, not Mark Darrow, but one of the other principals that were running the operation. Left. Yeah, running the operation. A lot of them left, but they are apparently 100%. What's the word I'm looking for?
Committed to rebuilding. Yeah.
They're committed to rebuilding the game.
Apparently,
Look,
I heard that too.
as Destiny people, we give Anthem a lot of shit, and it is incredibly easy to give a game that fell on its ass so hard shit. But I do love a good redemption story too. Like you look at No Man's Sky and all that sort of stuff. And while I'm absolutely not sitting here singing the praises of Anthem in any way, so before you even type your fucking stupid tweet, you can cancel it. Just fucking forget it. But I, for one, love a good redemption story. And if they can manage to pull that out of the fucking fire, then God bless their cotton
Here's
socks.
the thing, like Sassy's bringing up some valid points in the chat, but No Man's Sky, I purchased No Man's Sky at launch, and I got burnt by that. But like the game is very good now.
Yeah.
Now that is not something that I want to perpetuate in the fucking video game industry. You can't release a game that's shit and then expect to patch it and then expect it to have a fucking critical acclaim after the fact. But it is what it is. No Man's Sky is quite good now.
We are seeing a lot of that, man. We are seeing so much of that. It's like you look at fucking Sea of Thieves now. If Sea of Thieves had launched in the state it is in now, people would have just... it would have taken over the fucking world, man. It would have been nearly unstoppable. But because it had that huge perception problem of like, okay, there's this huge world and there's really not that much to fucking do that's super interesting. It's sort of like it was all down to player interaction. Now it's fleshed out a lot more. I think we do see a lot of that. And I think, even Destiny in parts has suffered from that. And I agree with you. I agree with you, man.
Osiris. Jesus.
It was also the Curse of Osiris was a tonal issue as well. It was the whole story.
It was more tonal rather than gameplay, but it was
in that way. But let's not get into that, please.
But the reason why that undermined itself is because they wanted to sort of tap into Guardians of the Galaxy type of writing style. That whole, tongue-in-cheek Buffy the Vampire Slayer, let's go in this way direction gang type of thing. Like it was, I don't know. But like Anthem's getting a reboot. They're not pulling from what I've been able to tell from social media posts and Reddit threads and all that sort of thing in my very limited investigative type of way. They're not pulling people to go work on Dragon Age 4, which is nice. Even though that's going to be fucking pretty huge. And there are plenty, anyway, back to the original point. There are plenty of games out there that you could play for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you like the fucking one that I'm playing at the moment is Outer Worlds and Rainbow Six Siege.
Just to make sure your toxicity fix.
Not Outer Worlds. Fucking Elder Scrolls Online, Rainbow Six Siege, and Escape from Tarkov.
I do want to dabble a little bit in ESO, but I just don't know that I got the fucking leveling in me, man. I wish I could port my shit over from console. Anyway,
same, dude. Fucking same.
Did you do it on console? Did you? Because I know you played.
We both did it on console.
We both did it on console, and I had the old version on PC when it first fucking launched. So I've got this old character that's there that I don't even know what to go with it is. But effectively, we were going to do it to play with Chook, and if I wanted to play with Chook, I'd have to start a whole new character. So I do want to do it. I do want to get into it. Maybe it's something that I can chip away at over the coming fucking year. But I mean, even it's a game that has its issues as well. So it's all.
Oh shit, yeah.
It's
Fuck yeah. I've been doing this fucking. I've been doing the chains leveling thing. So you go into the Alakir Desert and just teleport between the 3 chain locations.
Yeah.
And when that's going, like my computer's no fucking slouch. But when that's in its full swing and everyone's got status effects and spells and shit going everywhere, I drop from 70 frames per second to 10 frames per second.
It makes you appreciate how well optimized Destiny is, eh?
Oh fuck yeah,
it really does. It really does, because it never ever shits the bed like that.
Oh my god.
It's good.
Yeah, that's an interesting point as well. Like, if you guys don't have any questions from the chat, like I want to touch on this as well, is that ZeniMax Media owns Bethesda. Yes? Correct? No?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I don't know what the fucking... Yeah.
One owns the other or something along those lines. ESO, even though it had its issues at the beginning, was never as bad as Fallout 76, but Fallout 76 is almost fucking irredeemable now. It is almost...
Yeah,
we thought that of Anthem as well, but like they're going ZeniMax does own Bethesda. Yeah. So and ZeniMax wants Bethesda to be profitable, but they're still relying on fucking it just works. And then
apparently they've still got subscriptions or some shit to play.
There is
Fallout
a
76.
subscription service in Fallout 76 that allows you to play. So you can have your own private server as long as the owner of the private server or someone else who is who is subscribed to Fallout 1 or 76.1 or whatever it is, you can have your own private server for up to 6 of your friends.
What the fuck are they doing?
I don't know, but he's the
you know what the conspiracy was?
What fucking
is they
year
did
is
all
it?
that shit. They did all that shit to get media attention while releasing fucking Outer Worlds or whatever.
Yeah, but here's the other thing as well, is that when you purchase a subscription service, you get a little icon above your head. And people who are still playing the game went on manhunts and killed anybody who had the little icon above their head.
I like, you know, part of me, I hope it never happens to Destiny, but I love watching a game's death throes of that, where the community becomes so inwardly toxic and horrible that it's like, you're supporting this game that I'm still playing, but I fucking hate you for it. Oh, wow.
I mean, just go to any of the reply section on any of the Anthem posts in the last year and you'll see that.
Yeah.
You know, like, fucking hell. But, like...
Yeah, they just need to make Skyrim
too.
too.
The pooch royally with that, because like the fake canvas bags, the state that the game was released in was pathetic. And they have done. Todd Howard and his team have done not a great deal to fix it.
Yeah, I think, dude, it's one of those things. We've always said this in that, like, everyone, you know, like Bethesda, a little while ago. We're nearly fucking like people definitely pre-ordered that on the strength of the brand, right? On the strength of Fallout and all that sort of shit. That they've burnt that. That is gone now, just on one bad release. So it's like you're a hero. You hang around long enough, you become a villain. It's the way it's always going to be.
Is it because they tried to go to a games as a service, always online type of situation? Because yes, Skyrim had its issues. Fallout 4 had its issues. It's like Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Fallout 2. They all had their issues, but they all are very critically acclaimed. And then they went, "Oh, there's a lot of money in live service games. Fuck, maybe we should make a multiplayer live service game set in the Fallout universe." And that idea in itself was very, very good.
The pitch in itself is incredible. Like, it was one of those things where I was looking at it going, fuck, I haven't played the last 2 Fallout games. Do I rush through them now to be able to then jump into this one in peak form? And then when I'm like, well, no, I didn't, because I'm lazy. And then when it came out, it fucking absolutely shit the bed inside a day and a half anyway. I'm like, well, wow, I dodged a bullet there. But
yeah,
man,
I kind of wish I fucking bought the going back to Anthem. I kind of wish I bought the Origin Premiere to not have wasted fucking however many dollars it was and just bought it for a month. But you know, I'm a fucking idiot. Skyrim is coming to Stadia. Mark my words, says Sassy. I 100% agree with you. Skyrim will make an appearance on Stadia. It's made an appearance It's made an appearance on fridge, microwaves, the Switch, the Xbox 360, the Xbox Original, the Xbox One, the PlayStation 2, 3, and 4, the PlayStation 5, and Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color.
Have you guys? Is there anything else that you guys want to fucking yell at about the video game industry?
No.
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 I am excited to see on what happens on Thursday. I want to see where Bungie are going with Season of the Dawn. I want to see.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good to work out what's happening.
I want to see how Eris was affected by putting her little stone on the statue inside the pyramid ship.
Oh yeah, I made a video about that. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking shameless plug.
Shameless plug from fucking Mylan Games.
Well, normally I give people a sneak view because I don't upload it until tomorrow.
Yeah, but you had to upload this one early, so.
I'd upload this one early, so it's fucking done.
Oh, well.
So there you go.
Are you
all right.
telling me I have to watch your fucking content now?
Yeah, he's not going to give us the Cliff Notes version. He's just going to make us watch it.
You're shit.
God damn you, Marlon, and your cunning strategy to get 2 more views.
I only had to make 30,000 calls this week.
No, but seriously, Matt. So let us know when you get, say, a sponsorship from Raid Shadow Legends and all that sort of thing. Let us know, mate. You know, because they like to jump on YouTubers who just breached 150,000 odd.
Do you know that was my last sponsor in the video that I just posted?
Of course it was.
Really?
Yeah, I just need you to get Gamer Goo and fucking what's that stupid fucking gaming drink that every cunt fucking buys?
No, I would never do that.
G Fuel.
Full of fucking sugar and death.
So, right, mobile game. I didn't really know how people were gonna respond to it, and it's been fine, which is great because fuck YouTube, and it helps me make content on YouTube because
YouTube doesn't help you make content on YouTube.
I don't know how long it's going to last before the fucking house burns down. So I played it, and this is me not talking sponsored. Oh, fuck, I don't know if I should be honest. It might be like, oh, we're not going to pay you anymore. Anyway, look, it's a free to play mobile game, and I played it, and I actually liked it. So I was like, you know what?
It's a fun game. For a game that's filled with mobile microtransactions, it's actually fun.
Yeah. And like, to the point where you can do this fucking auto battle thing, and you have to it's very grindy. You have to level up your characters and shit. Yeah. So you can just sit on the couch, be doing other stuff, and just be tapping your phone every now and then to like start another battle and like level up.
No, I mean that's exactly right.
Yeah, but that's what it is. They're inherently casual.
It's a free-to-play game that is not completely fucking dumb like the Harry Potter game where you have to buy gems every fucking encounter. It's like more like Clash of the Clans. I can't remember what it's called, but Clash of Clans, where like you can do a certain number of things and then you're done.
Oh, Skill Up had a Shadow Raid as well. See, me and Skill Up, we have the same brand manager, so it would have gone for stuff.
But yeah, like it's.
Anyway, I've got some stories for you guys off stream. How about that?
The thing I want to suggest to YouTube is to get their shit together, and to YouTube viewers, for Matt and why not the podcast as well, is to turn off ad blocker or whitelist ad blocker, whitelist Matt's channel and this channel in ad blocker and watch ads. Because it doesn't really help us all that much, but it helps Matt a lot.
Won't make a difference to the podcast, but when it's Matt's livelihood, you got to,
Yeah. I think the good thing with me doing this is, like, I haven't done a lot of sponsored stuff in the past, so I'm still sort of tested the waters with what people are happy to watch, and it still comes down to like what I'm happy to accept. Like, it's not every mobile game, and this one, I did play and I thought it was fine. But, if it was I think this is a real issue. When I did a dedicated Anthem video, people just went people went for the throat.
Yeah, you rattled their cage. You rattled their cage, man. Like that's
basically
the thing.
if I give them a lore, if I give someone lore, Destiny lore, and it's an integrated ad at the beginning of that, people are fine. Yeah. If I take away their lore and replace it with another game, people lose their fucking mind.
Yeah, that's what I mean. People don't like change. They're really fucking challenged by it. And I am absolutely one of those people that when Anthem was coming out and everyone's like, oh, this is going to be great. I'm the guy going, nah. Partly because I just want to play Destiny with my mates and I don't want to have to fucking play some other game. But, that's the people you fucking shock someone with change. They get scared. And that's it. That's all you've done. It's not that you've done anything fucking wrong. It's just people who go, oh, no, what? He's just not talking about Destiny now? What?
For example, what was that other one that's like Monster Hunter that's a bit of a cartoon one?
Dauntless. Yes, Dauntless.
They offered like a sponsorship, said, look, dedicated videos don't work. I actually think Dauntless suits the Destiny audience. Let me play it. Let me see how I like it. Let me write, an ad read for it based on how I know my community. right? And I think if you do something authentic like that, people might check it out. And they're like, no, we want dedicated videos. Like, well, I'm not doing that then. I've been down that path of dedicated videos, and it does not
Just
get
send
people
them,
interested.
send them to the
However-
comment section on your fucking
However,
this is why I don't want to do it.
On that note, you were so iffy about doing any sort of content. We talked about this the other week, but you were so iffy about doing any more content from EA, which caused you to miss out on the Star Wars thing.
Yeah,
you know,
said that being fine.
Which is like, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you did miss out on that.
Yeah.
So
And you know what? EA's got fucking heaps of money, and I'm more than happy to take it off their hands.
Yeah.
to play a good game. And within Australia, I really represented Anthem. My videos on Anthem have more views than the fucking entire Twitch directory ever got. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking like
it was rough.
And you remember with all that we had that guy that went to Japan with us, and he was a reviewer, and he didn't do the right thing, and
he shifted him.
He got pulled, and it so I was and EA was very happy to work with me because I was doing very safe kind of
not
content.
anymore. They're not, cunt.
Yeah, probably not. So yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
sorry.
All right. On that note, Matt's dying EA endorsements. My wrap up.
I think the final takeaway from this entire conversation, and especially what's happening in chat as well, is that the future of your game is wholly dependent on whether you say or be the next Destiny killer. Division 1, Division 2, Anthem.
Yeah. Anyway, they're not doing real well. I mean, Division's all right. People like that. It's got a community around it. Good on them. But
it does. But it's
just any time I read that, I'm like, I don't know. It's. But I guess ultimately that's games media, right? Like playing up to people's fears and shit. Oh, it's going to be the Destiny killer. Are you going to be on the boat or you're not?
Games media. Speaking of that, what the fuck, Kotaku?
Anyway,
ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for hanging out. If you are new to the channel, welcome. This is our live stream. We usually stream on the weekends, anywhere between Friday 0001 Friday to 23:59 on Sunday. That is where our usual where we usually stream. So make sure you follow the channel. That'd be really cool. To our audio only listeners, thank you very much for your continued support. If you have any questions, queries, doubtful points, let us know on Twitter at DDU_podcast, at LogPowerSlave, at Marlon Games, at Realtime Sloth. And to our YouTube viewers, did you get a notification this week? If you did, fantastic. If you didn't, I want you to put in the comments below #fuck YouTube.
No, please fucking don't.
No. But I want you to ask about. Please ask about our how to set up your premium pay.
Yes, do that.
Yes.
In the comments below, please make sure you go. Just
hey team YouTube, I can't work out how to pay my premium subscription. See if that works. We might be on the fucking trending game page.
Might be on trending. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching on YouTube, please hit that follow button and the bell. You may get a notification, but probably not, because YouTube's a big pile of steaming tonky turds. And yeah, let us know if we missed anything below, and hit up our personal channels, hit up our personal Twitters. And you know what? This week, take a week off of Destiny. Keep an eye on the DDU podcast for the DDU podcast Twitter page for the Gleam giveaway. And until then, don't be a cunt.
Oh.
And if you come into Sydney, then.
See you there. Yeah. All right. What have you got, matey?
Really. I've been falling off the wagon with
something.
The law will
finding
find you. Because last week I've actually, people might think I've got a problem because I've been hungover quite a few times now on the podcast.
That's all right. You're making me look better by comparison. So I thought I was the drunk degenerate of the cast. Turns out it's Matt.
The law will find you in a 45-second pre-roll with a fucking mobile game sponsor. There you go.
The law will find you, and so will cirrhosis of the liver. All right, moving on. See you next week. Hang around for a raid. Goodbye.